Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai, Bahasham, Vachak Wadash, Kal Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashai, Bahasham, Vachak Wadash. Double honors to all the elders and apostles who teach well. Also, Shalom to all you Akim out there preaching and teaching this word in truth and in sincerity, doing everything we can to make our call and election sure. Shalom to y'all and y'all families. Also, Shalom to all you Akim and you Akwatham out there who are receiving, learning, believing, and keeping the faith. Shalom to y'all and y'all families as well. It's the brother Malak, back in the spirit once again, here to feed the lambs and the sheep of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So today's lesson we're going to be going into, how carnality will be the downfall of a lot of you jakes, man. Carnality, is really going to be, I'm going to just say it, man. Carnality is going to get a lot of you jakes smoked. Going to get a lot of you jakes clapped in these end times, man. You know what I'm saying? And Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is going to initiate that because you trust in the flesh more than the spirit, man. You don't really have faith in the Most High, And I'm going to bring out some scriptures, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying for the hopeful elect, So, the inspiration for this video came from this picture right here. I seen this picture, and it's just one of these things where it's like I rock with the message in terms of like they're not taking the jab. That's a good message to push on our people, but they're coming about it in the wrong way. They're approaching it from a fleshly perspective instead of a spiritual perspective. And our people need to approach things from a spiritual perspective because we gotta have hope in a spiritual being, that's way higher than anyone on this flesh. And that's, the Most High Yahawah, and Jake doesn't, a lot of Jakes out there really believe in your own hype. They got a saying in the world, you believe your own hype, man. Jake is believing his own hype right now, and her as well, the Jake woman as well. Thinking that you can topple the forces of Esau with carnal weapons, man. I'm not that well versed in guns, but it looks like they got a couple AR pistols. That's what it looks like. It looks like two AR pistols that they got right there. I'm not, like I said, some of you brothers who are well versed in guns may know. I'm not that well versed in guns, so I don't know. But I think it's a couple AR pistols they got, and you see that, they got, fuck that that jab, on their shirts, so they're approaching it from a fleshly perspective, thinking that you're gonna be able to topple, Esau's system, the beast system that's coming in through the left hand path of the Most High. So the Most High is the one bringing it in through Esau, which is the left hand path. You think you're gonna be able to topple that with a strap? Are you serious? Are you serious? Like, Jake, you really gotta think, man. Are you serious? You gotta understand, you're just a man at the end of the day. Do you really think that you're gonna be able to shoot down 8 UN soldiers coming at you on a military tank truck? Not only are they gonna have weapons, they're gonna be far more skilled in the weaponry than you are. Also, they're gonna have weapons attached to that military tank truck they're coming in with. You know what I'm saying? Also, they're gonna have backup that's in the truck, man. So it's gonna be about 12 of them motherfuckers driving in that shit. 8 of them gonna pop out. They're gonna have 4 inside the truck with more weapons in the truck than the ones who are gonna come out. And the ones that come out gonna have weapons on them as well. And you think that just you, is gonna be able to topple that? Think, man. We gotta be in the mind frame of understanding that we already have the victory, man. Well, if you're with Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, through Yahawashi we get the victory in 1 Corinthians, But we gotta put down the carnal for the spiritual, man, in order to get that victory. And that requires hope in the Lord, man. Hope in the Most High Yahawah, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, for our deliverance, man. Setting our faith on high, having real faith, and not trusting in things of the flesh, man. So with that, I want to get a few scriptures. This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And why is to be carnally minded death, man? The reason why being carnally minded is death is because you got to understand when you're carnal, when you're gonna hope in things that are not reflected in light, that are not reflected in life. That's what your hope is in. Your hope is in things that can perish, things that can jam, things that can fail you. A gun can fail you, man. Which is the sword, which is one of the swords in the scriptures. Of course, the sword is representative of multiple things in the scriptures. But a gun can fail you, man. Your gun could jam on you. Your gun could break. You could lose your gun. You could drop your gun in the heat of battle. You could run out of ammo. All kind, and that could lead to your death, man, because you no longer have that protection. Now you're liable to get clapped. So to be carnally minded is death, man. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Why is that? Because to be spiritually minded is to walk after the path of YAHAWASHI. And YAHAWASHI is life and peace. Through YAHAWASHI, we get to the Most High Yahawah. And that's our everlasting life and peace, man. Like the scriptures say, through Yahweh in 1 Corinthians, I believe, let me just go ahead and get that. In 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, through YAHAWASHI, we have the victory. Let's see. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 57. But thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. And that touches into other topics as well, but the main topic I want to get on this is that we got the victory through Yahawashi, and we got to get the Most High to praise for that. So that means that we already got the victory. So who should we trust in? The person that gives us the victory. And that's Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? And thanks to the Most High for giving us Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? We gotta trust in the Most High, man. And walk after the spirit of Yahawashi. And that's gonna be able to get us through these times right now, man. Not trusting in carnal weapons. Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. And you can't please the Most High when you're in the flesh because you're not having faith. Like the scriptures. Let's go ahead and get that in the book of Hebrews. Hebrews 11 and verse 6. For without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. And how is he going to reward those who diligently seek him? Through saving them in the end times, man. Saving the elect. Looking after the elect. Never letting the elect, go without that protection from the Most High. Raising the elect upon the chariots. Being with the elect everywhere the elect goes. Having that armor of protection, that right-handed protection. That's how the Most High is going to reward the elect. And of course, what we're gonna, Lord willing, we be of that number, what we're gonna get in the kingdom as well. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna, have our heart's desires in the kingdom as well. And just to know him, that's a reward as well. To be able to know our true power and be able to serve him in truth and sincerity. That's another reward. And in doing so, we understand that we have to have faith, and then we know that he's with us everywhere we go. So we don't need to, get up arms and be on the front lines and be willing and trying. I ain't going out like no bitch. None of that shit. Being in that spirit, man. That's a carnal spirit to be in, Jake. And that's going to lead to your destruction. Like we just read in the book of Romans. Let's go back to it. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, So we got to understand that we can't trust in things that are going to lead us to, we can't trust in things that are going to lead us to the ways of death. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and speaking on that, let's go ahead and get the book of Psalm, chapter 44. This is a Psalm of David. And of course, David, he was a mighty man. He was a man of war. You know what I'm saying? A war was going on in his reign. And, in our history of that, Salakia, in that time period, going to war with other nations, and even David in that time period understood who was really controlling that. That was the Most High that was on our side in that time. It wasn't the weaponry that we had. It was the Most High that was allowing us to get by. That was allowing us to beat down our enemies, man. It's the Most High that's doing that. The Most High just used us having weapons in that time period as a means to be able to accomplish it. But it really was the Most High, you know. But we're not supposed to trust in those weapons, though. Let's go ahead and get that. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 44, and verse 5. Through thee we will push down our enemies. Through thy name we will tread under them that rise up against us. You know, through thee we will push down our enemies. So through the Most High we will push down our enemies. And how is that going to come in these last days? When you read the book of Zechariah, the 12th chapter, the Most High is going to raise up that standard, man. You know, when you read the book of Zechariah, the 12th chapter, it shows you that the feeble among men will be as David. So the Most High is going to raise up the men in that day to be as David. The Most High is going to be the one controlling that. But we got to wait, and we got to have hope in salvation and believe in that. And part of that salvation is believing that the Most High is going to raise us up to beat down our enemies, raise up in those chariots and beat down our enemies, man. And push them into hardcore subjection and slavery eventually, you know, in the kingdom. You know, we got to understand that. Continuing on, through thy name we will tread under that rise up against us. Through thy name. And what's the Most High's name? The Most High's name is Yahawah, not Yahweh, not Ahaya, not Yah. I know a lot of niggas out there like to say not. It's the Most High's name is not Yah. The word Yah just means he. He could be anybody. You're Yah. I'm Yah. Yah just means he. He what? He is. Most High's name is I am. He is. He exists. You know, that's Yahawah. You know, or his name is not God as well. God just means power. So through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us. You know, so it's all through the power of the Most High that we're able to beat down our enemies, man. That we're able to put our enemies in subjection, beat them when they come up against us. It's through the Most High. It's not through us. It's not through trusting it's not through this shit. You know, it's not through this shit right here. Through taking up arms and trying to build an army, you know, under the guise of men. Now, if it's under the guise of the Most High, then that's different. But the Most High is not going to be doing that in this time period. You know what I'm saying? Except for when YAHAWASHI and the rest of the holy angels and the Michael the archangel and the rest of the holy angels come with the chariots and raises us up. You know, Lord, when we be of those men, and then we'll be doing that. So that's the Most High raising that up at that point in time. But before then, the Most High's not working with, you know, these Grandmaster J's and these My Sons and these let's get on the front line niggas, man. And they're giving you a false hope that this is what you should do when the scriptures say otherwise. You know? The scriptures don't tell us to do this. Let's continue on. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. So the sword is not going to save us, man. You know, the sword is not gonna be our protection in that day. You know, even if you have a sword and you're able to shoot someone down, it's because the Most High was protecting you and just using the sword to protect you. But the sword is not what saved you. You know, so having a gun is not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's not me personally. I'm more of a faith guy, so I don't need all that. But you know, for you brothers out there that like to get guns. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with having weapons. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. You should increase your faith so you don't have the need, you don't have the spirit to need all that. But there's nothing wrong with having guns. If you understand that the gun is not what's going to save you in that day. It's the Most High having protection over you that's going to save you. You know? Continuing on, but thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us. You know, so the Most High is the one that's going to do that, not us, not ourselves. You know, let's go ahead and get that in Zechariah. And when I say us and ourselves, I mean us using the weapons. You know, Salakia. Let's get Zechariah 12. All right, Zechariah 12 and 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them in that day shall be as David. So the feeble among them in that day. So you got brothers out there who not all that in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? He just everyday brothers, man. You, me, all of us, everyday brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? We not these mighty men in the world, just everyday brothers. You know? But the feeble among them that they shall be as David. So the Most High is going to raise up that standard, and the Most High is going to give brothers spiritual power, man. And that's when we're going to go to war with our enemies, man. That's when we're going to knock down our enemies, when the Most High raises that standard using Yahawashi and the rest of the holy angels, but mainly Yahawashi, And the house of David shall be as God, and the word God just means power. So the house of David is going to have power in that day. The Most High is going to raise us up to have that power, and as the angel of the Lord before them, And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. And that's the thing. The way we're gonna destroy all these other nations is through the Most High. The Most High raising us up to do that. It's not through the weapon. It's not through the sword. That's not our blessing. That's Esau's blessing. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's get that in Genesis 27. Let's see. Where is that? Salakia. Here we go. This is Genesis 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. This is in reference to Esau. As you can read in verse 38. And the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live. So it's Esau's blessing to have the sword, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see these little, Edomite children be 8 years old and got more advancements with the strap than Jakes who are 28, man. Jakes who are 20, 30 years they senior, man. 8-year-old Edomites can outshoot 25, 29, 35, 40, 50-year-old Jakes, man. Because it's not our blessing. Even a Jake in the military, a 15-year-old Edomite who's been training since he was 6, under the gods of his father and some of his uncles and grandfather and all that kind of stuff, he knows more than a Jake that's been in the military. So if you can't beat a regular Edomite with the strap, how do you think you're going to beat a trained killer? A trained assassin, man. Someone whose job is to round up the troops, for the beast system. Round up the people for the FEMA camp. Someone who's been training to do that since they was 15 and it is under strict MK Ultra mind control programming to accomplish that mission that they set for that person. How do you think you're gonna win in that situation? You are just a man. But we have something that can grant us the victory, and that's the Most High. But it requires faith. Let's go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, and let's go to verse 26. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. So it's good for a man to wait for the salvation of the Lord. Wait. And what is waiting? That requires having faith, man. Waiting requires faith. It requires immense faith. Faith to look and see what's going on in the world and just trust in someone that you cannot even see, someone we've never seen. We can feel him. We can feel his spirit. We've never seen the Most High. We've never seen Yahawashi. It takes an immense amount of faith to do that. But the Most High is a rewarder to those who do so. When you read, verse 25, the Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. So the Most High is good to them, man. The Most High is not going to leave his elect out to dry. But we understand that we're going to have to go through tribulation. So we may get sent to a FEMA camp. We may be out in the wilderness. You know, that doesn't mean that we have the power. That doesn't mean that Most High wants us to take matters into our own hands and try to shoot down UN soldiers and rob niggas and kill niggas and oh, I gotta eat, so I gotta do what I gotta do. No, the Most High doesn't want us to do that, man. That's not having faith. You know, that's trusting in yourself. And you know what? Let's go back to it. That's gonna lead to your death, man. If you don't change that up. Let's go back to it. Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death. You know, so you being carnally minded is trusting in yourself, trusting in your flesh. You know, you trusting in your flesh, thinking you're gonna be able to do this, that, and the third. That's gonna lead to your death, man. You gonna think you can take down the UN soldiers, man? They gonna snipe your ass with the quickness, man. You know, they gonna have 8 UN soldiers that come out the truck. They're gonna have 4 more in the truck. The one that come out the truck is gonna have pistols on. They're gonna have shotguns, you know, assault rifles, whatever, man. They're gonna have, you know, weapons that you ain't never seen before on them. You know, then the 4 more that's in the truck, you know, that's in the military tank truck, gonna have all kinds of weapons in there that they can use, you know, and then they gonna have weapons that shoot out the truck, man. So you fucked, man. If you trust in your flesh, you're gonna get knocked down with the quickness, and the Most High is gonna allow that to happen because you don't trust in Him, because you don't have faith. You know, especially you are of the circumcision. If you know you're an Israelite, you know, that's being lukewarm, man. And we know what the Most High says about being lukewarm. You know? So we got to understand that we can't be carnally minded. You know, we got to be spiritual in this thing of ours. Let's go to the book of Psalm, chapter 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am the Most High. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge. Salah. So the Most High is with us, man. You know, the Most High is never going to leave us out to dry. The Most High has an armor of protection over us. He's our refuge. He's the person that we need to come to in times of trouble. Cast our burdens unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He's what you know is going to save us. You know, also and using His Son YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? He's who we need to pray to. You know, like the scriptures say, if any among you afflicted, let him pray. When we're afflicted in that day, we got to pray, man. Don't take up your weapon and think that you can fend for yourself. I'm on my own. None of that. The Most High is not with all that, man. The Most High is with the people that trust in Him, like we just read in Lamentations. He's good to those who seek after Him. You know? That's the spirit that we got to be in, man. Let's go to the book of Psalm, chapter 30, and also reading in verse. Let's go back to verse 46, chapter 46, real quick. You know, like the scriptures say, I will be exalted among the heathen. So, you know, we live in Babylon right now, which is run by Esau. Esau's the top man of Babylon. You know, it's like the scriptures say, Esau's the end of the world. Esau is in his rulership right now. The Most High is going to be exalted among the heathen, not just Esau, but all these other nations. The Most High is going to reveal Himself, you know, in mass when it's time, man. And the men of the Most High are going to be revealed as well. You know, the Most High is going to use his Son YAHAWASHI, the rest of the holy angels, and the elect, starting with the 144,000, to reveal the power of the Most High in that time. You know, He's going to be exalted in the earth. That's not just talking about in the kingdom, but in the peak of these last days as well, when the Most High visits this place in entirety, man. When everything pops off and YAHAWASHI and the rest of the holy angels come storming down in them chariots, man. You know, and you don't want to be caught trying to. When that time comes, you don't want to be caught trusted in your flesh and miss out on your opportunity to rise up in those chariots, man, because you didn't trust, because you didn't have hope, because you didn't have faith, because you didn't believe. You didn't believe it was possible. So you try to take matters in your own hands. Next thing you know, when YAHAWASHI and the rest of the holy angels are coming back, you know, the Most High is telling them, nah, for you, because you didn't have faith. I don't want it to be me or any of you brothers, man. We gotta have faith. We gotta trust. Like we read in Hebrews, it's impossible to please the Most High without it, man. Like the scripture saying, like we just read in Lamentations, the Lord is good to those who seek Him. How can you seek Him if you have no faith? How can you seek Him if you're trusting in your own sword, man? You're trying to grab all these straps and think that's gonna save you, man. You think you're gonna be able to knock down Esau with an AR pistol and a shotgun? That shit is silly, man. That shit is silly as hell, man. Wake up, Jake. Let's get Psalms 37. Psalm 37 and 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. You know? The Most High is going to be our strength in Jacob's trouble, man. The Most High is not going to let his elect just starve, man. The Most High is going to take care of us in that time. The Most High is going to look after us. He's going to watch out for us. He's going to be our strength. What is someone that is of your strength? Someone a shoulder to cry on, a shoulder to lean on, someone to look to, you know, for answers. Someone to look to for guidance. That's the Most High for us. You know? But He's only going to give the answers to, the wisdom to, and the spirit to hearken unto Him in that time for those who seek Him. For those who you know, for those who, you know, hearken unto Him, for those who have faith. And honestly speaking too, if you're too carnal, man, you're gonna end up taking the mark of the beast. You know, like the scriptures say, let's just go ahead and get it. No, I want to stay on Psalm. I want to stay on Psalms right here. You know, but it says in Revelation, you know, how when the Most High, the people who the Most High is gonna keep in the hour of temptation are those who kept the word of His patience, man. And what is keeping the word of His patience? It starts with faith. You know? And if you trusted in your weapon, you have no faith. You're showing, I believe in the Most High. When you're showing through your actions, you have no faith. Because you think that your weapon is going to save you. You think that you think your solution to going out, you think your solution is not going out like a bitch. You think your solution is I gotta steal from niggas. You know what I'm saying? To get to eat. You think your solution is I'm gonna go shoot down whatever. I'm gonna go follow after this nigga who's telling me to go on, get out on the front lines and you know, and fight that way. You know? That's not having faith. Continuing on, verse 40, and the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust. Let's go back. Because they trust in Him. Not just because. Not just because you're an Israelite. Not just because you say you have faith. Because you trust in Him, meaning you have faith. Meaning you believe that He's going to save you. Meaning you're going to wait for the Lord. That's who's going to get delivered. You know, not you niggas out there that are going out thinking, you know, I'm on my own. You know, I can do this by myself. You know what I'm saying? I got to go get this, and this. You're showing you have no faith. You're showing that you don't really trust in the Most High. You know? And that's who the Most High is going to deliver from the wicked. You know? And like I was saying earlier, if you have no faith, you're going to take the mark of the beast, man. Because when times get really, really hard and you're trusting in your flesh, when your flesh ends up failing on you, you're going to look to something also in the flesh to bail you out. And that form is going to come in the mark of the beast, man. The RFID microchip. That's a fleshly, you know, thing. And you're going to look to that. You're going to look because you haven't embraced and taken time to, you know, embrace the spirit. You know, you're going to be looking for fleshy bailouts. And that's going to come in the form of the microchip, man. And honestly, the Most High, that's how much we got to fear the Most High. Because the Most High may put the spirit on you to take it, even if you have no intentions on doing it, because you have no faith. Because He knows you have no faith. That's how much we got to fear YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. And be humble to Him. And do what He tells us to do. You know? because we have a sword. And that sword is the scriptures, man. You know? Let's go to the book of Ephesians. I'm tripping. Here we go. Ephesians 6, and let's go to verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Let's break this down. Salaki, let's break this down. Salaki, let me just get some water real quick. Salakia. And take the helmet of salvation. Who is the helmet of salvation? That's YAHAWASHI, man. The scriptures tell us that YAHAWASHI is the head of the man. What is a helmet? You put that on your head. So take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. Not the sword of Esau, not an AK-47, not a shotgun, not a Glock 19, not an FN, you know, not a Taurus, you know. Any of these guns, man. You know? Not a Remington or none of that shit, man. The sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So what does this word tell us to do? This word tells us to trust and have faith. This word tells us to believe that he's going to be our refuge in that day. We just read the scriptures. We just pointed out in the scriptures. You can't say the scriptures don't say it. I just brought them out through the Spirit. You can't say the scriptures don't say that. If you say that, you're lying. You can't say the scriptures don't say that. And that's in the word, man. That's the word of the Most High. You know? So that's our sword, man. You know? That's our sword, man. Not anything, you know, in the flesh. It's this word, man. It's the Most High, you know? Jake, you gotta wake up. You know, Jake, you gotta wake up. This right here, you know, this right here is not, you know, this is not the way to go. I mess with the, you know, of course, it's great to push the message of not taking the jab. A lot of our people are going to take it. So anyone that stands out and is against that, you know, salute to you. But it's not, but they're going about it in the wrong way. They're going about it in a way to try to push the vibration that you can save yourself. You know, that I'm on my own. No, you're not, man. The Most High's got you. If you have faith, if you believe. We just read the scriptures about it. You know? So with that, I pray and hope this lesson was edifying. You know, I want to give all the praises, the glory, and the honor unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Bachak Wadash. Double honors all the elders and apostles who teach well. Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, Barakatham, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.